Alright, muckers. Sorry for the weird view. In general, I'm in my room. I mean, obviously, I've been in my room all these throughout all these entire episodes this week. This is overall. I keep saying overall, like Willie Overall in Sopranos. Yeah, if you didn't know already, I'm a massive Sopranos fan. I like to reference jokey things on there, but all that shit, get that tangentially related rubbish out of the way. Um, yeah, the angle. Yeah, my phone decided to die on me because of internet stuff and then and then charger issue connection issues, all that kind of crap. But I thought I'd cop this, and conclude this set of four with seeing as I talked about uh, one of the boys related, that were involved in the gunpowder plot, and also I mentioned the ruminations video that I did yesterday because I was originally going to do that on the 5th, but I was knackered and I didn't. In the end, I didn't really feel like it, so I thought, there was no actual set plan, but near enough. It wasn't too far away the day that I actually did it, the 6th rather than the 5th, and I mentioned it was a comparative thing and potential attitudes towards two men, Guy Fawkes and Oliver Cromwell, and an idea for a book and all that. But I'll like I did with the previous episode, I will reference the ruminations episode that I did as well. Put it in there if anyone wants to check that out. That hasn't already. Whether you see it via the the previous episode or this episode right here or whatever in the description. So yeah, about Cromwell's Oliver Cromwell. Funnily enough, James Cromwell, the actor known for being Warden Hal in The Green Mile, Dudley Liam Smith. I thought to include him in there because he has my first name as a middle name. From L.A. Confidential, and he played a brilliant, obscure, but obscurish depending on the time, but probably quite popular in terms of American political history, like 100 years ago. Andrew W. Mellon, who was in charge of upholding the Volstead Act. I've also made reference to the Volstead Act in comparison to another, in another fun facts episode, where it's kind of technically older than you'd think. The idea of it, anyway. People used it to line the pockets, and so on and so forth. A lot of them. Other than the relevant or not fact that James Cromwell's dad was anti-McCarthyism and got in trouble for it. His middle name was Oliver. Yeah, it's really funny. His mum and dad must have just had a bit of a gallows sense of humour, naming him Oliver. It had to be on purpose. They have no known direct relation to him, but James Oliver Cromwell. It's satirically funny almost, the fact that his middle name was Oliver. I wonder if growing up, depending on where he stood and everything like that, people picked up on that and teased him over it. Poor kid. But yeah, that was about James Cromwell. Not much else to say about that other than, his middle name, Oliver, poor little bugger. And yeah, that concludes Liam's four fun facts every Friday this week. And I'll, see you later.